Hi there, and welcome to this week's coaching tip. Today we're going to talk about how customers can fuel your growth. The basics of what we do as a real estate agent are really important. But what I find is a lot of agents are very much focused on all the extras, on all the things that they could be doing, rather than getting all they can out of all they've got. Let's talk about one of the most important things in marketing, and that's about being super relevant to the customer. To be super relevant to the customer, you need to understand where they live, so then you can communicate with them about properties that have been listed and sold in and around their area. But most importantly, it then allows you to geo-target to them so that you can be talking to them specifically about properties that they could upgrade into. If you find the right home for them to move into, then all of a sudden they become a seller overnight. One of the great challenges that I find is that we meet all of these people that open for inspections on the weekend, but then we actually don't know where those people live. And the reason that we don't know where they live is we don't know how to ask the right question to be able to get their address details or information. Now, some people are all about getting their license details to get their address, but really, is that the way that we're going to build that relationship? Did we get permission or did we force it? But most agents that I talk to are in a position that they're lucky to get the first name, the surname, and the phone number. And then when they ring the client, they find the client's a little bit standoff in actually giving out their address detail. And the reason why that is because they get what you're actually trying to do. So what you've got to do is you've got to learn to ask the right question in the right order. So let's say that you're working with someone who is a buyer and you'd identify that they actually live locally. What would happen if you then use this dialogue? Hannah, you know what I'd love to do for you if it helps? If ever there's like a significant listing or sale in the area, I'll give you a quick call and let you know. Would that be okay? Now let's break that dialogue down and see why it works. Hannah, you know what I'd love to do for you? So the words love to do for you is different to normal real estate agent dialogue. Is that, you know what I'd love to do for you is that if, for example, there's like a significant listing or sale, the word significant now is not every listing or sale, but we're going to talk to you specifically about properties that I think pertain to yours. So if there's a significant listing or sale, I'll give you a quick call. So it's not like a long call, it's not going to take forever. And then off the back of that, so I'll give you a quick call and let you know, would that be okay? So now we're asking that permission again. You know what I'd love to do for you if it's okay? If ever there's like a significant listing or sale in the area, I'll give you a quick call and let you know. Would that be okay? Now, what we do here is that because we've got those two questions about getting permission for the customer, it actually reduces their resistance to now giving you the information that you need. And it's very hard to say no to that question. Yeah, that'd be okay. Okay, great. Just so that I can make sure that I'm relevant, what street are you in? Now, I love that little piece of dialogue there. You know, just so that I can make sure that we're relevant, what street are you in? Because now we can actually get the information around what street they're in and then go and put them into our database. Now the key here is to then know what to do once you've got them in there. And I see a lot of agents that build big databases, but do you actually need to build anything bigger than what you've got, or do you need to use the data that you already have? Now in order to go and do that, you then want to start to think about how you can actually build those relationships with the client and now get face-to-face. And that's the upgrade. How do you upgrade people from where they're currently sitting in your database to getting them to being a face-to-face client, to getting them to be someone who actually refers business for you because you're really good at what you do from their perspective, not what you're telling them about where you actually sit in the marketplace. Now, one of the other keys is to then think about what you're doing to then book the appointment with the customer. And when you're starting to work with people, you can then maybe offer it this way. You know, Hannah, there's a little service we love to provide for people just like you. And what we do here is that if it's helpful, we can maybe pop out, give you an idea on what your place is worth, so that then you can make some better decisions for the future. Would that be okay if we popped out so that then you can make some better decisions for the future? Now it's a really simple dialogue and they're going to say yes to that, and then off the back of that, then you can now go out and go and see them. Now it's very different to saying, hey, do you want us to come out and give you an appraisal? Because now all of a sudden it's a little service that we love to provide. We can pop out, give you a bit of an idea of what your place is worth, so then you can make some better decisions for the future. And who out there doesn't want to make better decisions for the future? And really what we're getting at here is that if you get all of the address details of all of the people that you already meet at all the open homes, and then you actually learn to ask the right questions that allows you to get in front of them to be able to help them to make the better decisions, it's really hard for you not to be successful. So maybe great prospecting is about doing the simple things, the basic things really well, so then you don't have to worry about the extras. Well, I really hope that you've enjoyed today's coaching tip, and I look forward to speaking to you next week.